2 centuries later, Paris saw a French-Italian doctor called Alfred Tomatis make a breakthrough in the therapeutic use of music. Tomatis invented the so-called electronic ear, a set of filters and regulators which allows a therapist to compensate for the imbalance in a person's hearing. A rebel against the scientific establishment of his day, Tomatis started in the 1950s working with singers. He was fundamentally driven by the insight that we can only sing or talk as well as we can hear. The most famous patient was the French film legend Gérard Depardieu, who nicknamed Tomatis Dr. Mozart in his autobiography.
Depardieu was about 17 when he came to us. He had no means of fulfilling his huge potential. He was blocked as soon as he opened his mouth. His voice just gave way. We enabled him to access his creativity. He also built up a phenomenal memory and can now shoot several films at the same time.
I got to know Gérard Depardieu at a lunch. I was reading a book at the time, and he asked me if it was any good, and whether I understood it. I said, to be honest, no. I can't remember the story, and I didn't really get the plot.
Valérie Drouot is an ex-opera singer who came to Tomatis for help. She is now following in Dr. Mozart's footsteps as the director of one of the 3 Tomatis institutes in Paris. Her clients include singers, actors, and people wanting to improve their ear for foreign languages. For Patrice, at least, a course of 10 two-hour sessions has already produced results.
Sometime later, I had another chat with Gérard Depardieu. He said, you have a stronger voice. It's pleasanter. You seem more together. That will help you get a job. Every day I made more progress. Every time I rang him up, I said, Gérard, I've got it. I've understood. I understood the book and the plot. Now I've got a better memory, and I enjoy life more. I used to listen to hard rock, Metallica, Pantera, Ozzy Osbourne, music that was somewhat harder than Mozart. I didn't know anything much about classical music. I only knew it existed, but none of the melodies with their high notes. I only knew the low notes. By the way, I did a hearing test at the time, and they found out that I only used to be able to hear deep tones.
While it is easy to understand that classical music is better for the brain than heavy metal, why does it always have to be Mozart? Pourquoi Mozart?
Mozart's music is very rich in high notes. In order to balance out your own voice, you have to hear the high notes. The high notes contain the energy that the brain needs to be recharged. Mozart is a composer who uses the most high notes.
Joachim Kunze is a conductor from Hamburg who studied under Tomatis. His aim is to get professional musicians to play Mozart better. The headphones only allow the musicians to hear their performance through their right ears.
Thank you very much. What was different for you?
Yes, it was a new sound experience. I usually hear my colleagues in a very polyphonic way, but now I was reduced to my right ear, and there I heard a lot of flute and violin. It was possible to play in a more alert fashion.
Your right ears lead in the formation of sound. That's one of the first things that Tomatis discovered. The right ear takes priority in forming the way we hear. In all of us, the part of the brain responsible for processing sound is located on the left side of the brain. Because the brain is wired diagonally, it is the right ear that feeds sound quicker.